How's it going, everybody? This is Mackenzie, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of my Minecraft project, which I've dubbed the Mines of Moria. It is was inspired when I found a network of tunnels underground that were so huge that I ended up just going ahead and making this out of them. And there's a few things on the surface too. I'll show you. This is my primary workshop right here. We are at the top of what I call the chasm. You'll see it goes down quite a ways, and we are actually going to go ahead and take it down to the current bottom. The eventual plan is to have this go all the way down to bedrock. At this moment, it is not there yet. And now that we've reached the bottom, let's go ahead and step out really quick and we'll look up. You'll notice that the rail has powered rail, so it is able to take me back up as well. This is just an area that's there, but I haven't done anything with. First thing I'm going to show you today is going to be the Great Room. The Great Room was obviously inspired by the movies. It doesn't quite have the atmosphere I want yet. I want it to be dark and hard to see, but it's still a little. I want the lighting to be higher up, a little more ambient. Haven't quite decided how I want to do that yet. But we've put quite a bit of work into this. I would like to say that for the most part, all that we have spawned for this game is tools, picks, shovels, and the like. There's a small work area I used while I was digging this all out. Let's go ahead down. We will go down to the deeps. There are a couple locations we get to through the deeps. You'll notice a lot of this is just unfinished tunnels at this point. I fully intend to flesh this out as time goes on. First place we're going to go to is the Forge. The Forge was lost, as well as the Arboretum that you'll see soon. We lost these areas when there was a glitch, and the glitch cost us a lot of progress because two gigantic stone pillars came up, and we lost access to a lot of places. It took us days to find things. So this is the Forge. You can see it's at bedrock level. I named it that because it kind of struck me as what it was. It seemed like the kind of place where you'd see dwarves underground forging weapons and armor. This is where the access tunnel used to be. Like I said, it's been completely blocked off at this point, which, one day I'm hoping to find that original access, and I'll show you where it got to. Chunk of diamond that I just haven't felt like getting yet. So from the Forge, we're going to go ahead and take our first trip to the surface. That's something I want to do more throughout here, just create these cross-shaped water pools that would be used for cleaning up and cooling down tools that have been superheated. The Forge comes out, and we are going to be at a portion of the Great Bridge. I haven't actually crafted a ramp to the Great Bridge from here yet, but you will see it in just a second. There's a chunk of it there. Great sheep. So this is the Great Bridge. If you go that direction, that actually stretches on all the way to the next continent. We are not going to go that far right now. I do want to show you one of the few surface structures that I've made at this point, which is this building right here. This is a flat area I carved out of a mountain, as I think is quite obvious. I built this with the intention of making a surface village here. I have yet to do more than this one building, but this building is obviously serving as the starting point for that, and I thought it turned out pretty neat. So let's go on back, and we will follow the bridge to the main entrance of Moria. Or actually, rather than the main entrance, let's go to the waterfall entrance. There's one main entrance to Moria that leads down towards the workshop, and then there are a handful of sub-entrances that I've created. Personally, I think we've worked out some really neat stuff with this place so far. We'll get to the main entrance in a bit. We'll also be going back to the great room at one point and cutting back down into the deeps so I can show you the pit, which is something I haven't really done anything with yet, and I fully intend to, and the access to the far deeps, which takes us to a better view of the fields. We follow the bridge. Actually, that's a good view of the field right there. A lot of that's been, again, carved out of the mountain. Where that hill is in the background there, that's where the Far Deeps entrance is. We may run over there, we may not. If nothing else, I have a rail line from the main entrance leading there. So we'll go on down this way. You see where I made the waterfall coming down. Used glass to do that, obviously. The difficulty is set to peaceful. That is what I have used to create most of this, just for the fact that I'm more interested in the crafting. Waterfall comes down and falls into a river, which comes through an aqueduct that branches out to pools on either side. Now, if you follow this tunnel here, this tunnel leads you to the second level of the chasm. You can see where the rail was that we went down. You can see the bridge at the bottom. There is the workshop up above.